Hello, my impatience. It is I, Andrew the Android Koloski here. So I went live, 2 minutes ago, and I started the live stream. And while I was going live, I accidentally pulled up a picture of an image of spicy content of myself. And I'm like, I don't think anybody could see it in the reflection in the refrigerator. Should I keep this live stream going? Should I, abort and restart it? I don't want to risk getting my YouTube account banned. So I decided to, restart it. No, it was accidentally. Somebody's like accidentally, and they put it in quotation marks. I swear. I don't want to risk getting this account banned. I have places where I display that. It was accidental. I swear to you. And, I swear I wouldn't, I don't want to risk getting a strike on my account. I don't want to risk getting a warning on my account. Um, you know, Obviously that's what, other websites are for. So I'm going to go over some artwork here. So I say to Dr. Natural, when my mother gets older, I'm headed for a fall. There'll be no one to rescue me besides the floor. Nobody is going to catch me. And Dr. Natural says to me, as long as you depend on the fantasy that you will be rescued, you are, without quite knowing it, showing that you do not feel you can depend on yourself. I have to depend on myself and get independent. My mother can't rescue me. My parents can't rescue me. Friends can't rescue me. A girlfriend can't rescue me. Celebrities can't rescue me. I have to make myself independent and rescue and save myself. And I'm the only one who can perform this task, really. Nobody is coming to catch me. Nobody is going to be my savior. The next one. Someone I used to know posted a photograph of themselves that looked like a mugshot. Then someone else did too. I got predicate logic that it's about me. Are they saying I'm going to jail? Obviously, I'm terrified of that. Most likely, I'm reading too much into nothing, right? And Dr. Natural says, yes, definitely predicate logic. Good you thought of that possibility even when the illusion started to grip you. Anybody ever see people's profile pictures on social media where it looks like a mugshot? You might think it's a reference to you, but apparently it's not. Okay, and that was the artwork. I'm going to share with you a picture, obviously not a spicy picture. I mean, if you want to see that, it exists on the internet, obviously. But it's a picture I took yesterday. And I think it really came out well because I discovered a new feature on my camera. I realized if you flip the little, display, screen around, you can see yourself before the picture gets taken. So I saw myself and I smiled, and I think it really came out excellent. I think my pictures are going to come out a lot better now in the coming, days, weeks, months, potentially years, because I've learned how to, maneuver and work my camera better. So I got a social work appointment today. I haven't seen the social worker in a few weeks. I don't know what he was doing. I guess he was away on vacation. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, I got a social work appointment today. Honestly, I wanted to. Oh, somebody's like, "Where is Pika? Where is Pika?" Yeah, when I go live on spicy content websites, I don't want Pika in the background. Pika's too wholesome and innocent and pure. So I like to put Pika down when I go live on spicy content websites. But when you're live on a website like YouTube, Pika can be up there for full display. You know what I mean? So I got to leave in like 10 minutes. So I mean, I know it's 9 a.m. on a weekday. I'm from New York, and I'm assuming most of my inpatients are from the Eastern time zone. So I'm assuming most of you are at work. Not everybody can be at my beck and call and interact with me when I go live spontaneously, but I'm hopeful. Stranger things have happened in the world. We got Airline Man. Hey, he says, "Hey, how are you? Hi, how are you? I'm doing good. Are you doing a Daniel Johnston reference with hi, how are you? I'm doing all right. How art thou? How art thou, Airline Man?" I'm doing A-OK, as the youth say. I'm doing A-OK, as the youth say. So my washing machine, well, there's a pump in the garage that broke that takes the water to the sewer, so I can't use, um, the washing machine in here, and I have to depend on my mother to wash my clothes, which is a little annoying, but I feel like. Yeah, yeah. Obviously, when you have to depend on your mother to wash your clothes, I mean, I still can use the dryer though, but yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying. I hear like fireworks going off or hammer. Maybe it's hammering. Maybe it's construction. I have no idea what the neighbors are doing. Launching fireworks 9 a.m. on a Wednesday. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're getting some construction done in their house. Like setting off fireworks 9 a.m. on a Wednesday. Maybe it's gunshots. You never know. I mean, stranger things have happened. Airline Man says he's doing good, but he broke his foot 2.5 weeks ago. Interestingly enough, I was having a little bit of a emotional tsunami last night, and I kicked the wall, and it was the wall that where my garage is, so it's sturdier. It's not a hole where a dent can happen. I'm like, ooh, did I just break my toes? And I didn't, thankfully. There was no damage to the wall. There was no damage to my toes, and yeah, I'm like, ooh, yeah, I don't want. Yeah, nothing gave way. The only thing that would have given way would have been breaking my toes, and I don't want to. I don't want to do that. Probably shouldn't have shared that, but what are you gonna do? My toes are a-okay, as the youth say. My toes are a-okay, as the youth say. Everything's good. Everything's a-okay. Yeah, I mean, when you're frustrated, you can kick the wall, you can punch the wall. I haven't done that. I haven't punched a hole in the wall in probably a year now, maybe a year, over a year, maybe. So, uh, Airline Man said, "Good to hear that. I look, uh, my foot went through the second. How did he break his foot? He took place when he was walking to work. His foot went down the second pavement. Ooh, I don't know exactly, what that means, but yeah, that hurts. That hurts. Yeah, yeah. It took place. It took place. Yeah, well, hopefully you get well soon. You heal up your foot, and you know, things get back on to normal. Things get back to terra firma. It's very painful. Yeah, anytime you break something, it's painful. I'm sure. But that's why you got to control your emotion. I mean, obviously yours seems accidental. me kicking the wall was intentional, and I could have broken my toes. I didn't. But yeah, you don't want to break your foot. You don't want to break your toes. I mean, he says when he broke his foot, he was barely walking. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, something that happens. Like I know a year ago, I haven't punched a hole in the wall in about a year now, or maybe over a year. But I know when that happens, you realize in hindsight, oh, I made a big mistake. My mother's going to be extremely angry at me. I really fucked up or messed up. And you realize, you know, and you know, but thankfully, that hasn't happened in over a year. So, yeah, I think if I did that again, she would probably put me in the psychiatric hospital. They're looking for any excuse to put me in the psychiatric hospital. So, control my emotions. Don't get angry. Don't kick walls. Don't punch walls. Because if I did, and I punched a hole in the wall, she's going to be putting me in the insane asylum. So, yeah, control my emotions. Don't react. I don't want to go anywhere bad. Somebody says, why did you kick a wall? Well, I guess my mind went haywire. I thought my mother was, making a sexual sadism reference. When she brought over my dinner, she grunted like this. Like, and I'm like, are you making a choking reference? Are you, saying, you and my stepfather, or maybe my father got off from pharmacologically abusing me and me sitting in solitude and being involuntarily. I had a little bit of an emotional tsunami. I've since toggled the switch to off. There's been no damage to my foot or any of the property in here, so everything's a-okay. So I probably shouldn't have even shared this. I probably should have just kept this to myself, because if I didn't share it, nobody would even know. Maybe mention this to my social worker today. But yeah, somebody says, yeah, sometimes you don't have to share everything on social media like it's a fucking therapy session, because if my mom sees this, she'd be like, "You kicked the wall?" I'm like, "Yeah, but nothing happened." Yeah, I'm going to the social worker in 4 minutes anyway, so I'll share it with him. I'll tell him, yeah, I gotta make sure I don't do that. I think my mother really was, doing like a sexual sadism choking. I think she was dog whistling and narcissistic rage baiting. She denied it. She says, "You need more medication. You're sick. You're delusional." I think she knew. I think she knew what she was. Peter says she probably wasn't doing that. Your mind was probably going haywire. Okay, fair enough. But I think she knew what she was doing. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna hit the bricks. I'm gonna peace out in 2 minutes. I'm gonna get ready to go to my social worker, who I don't really feel like going to. I feel like canceling him and being done with him. But my mother is gonna yell at me. She'd be like, "Why aren't you going to your social worker?" So I go to him. It's like I have a metaphorical gun to my head. Go to your social worker. I don't think I get anything out of the sessions, really. I mean, maybe I do. Maybe I do. I guess I do. But if it was up to me, I wouldn't even go. But I'm going to go. What's a half hour? It's a far drive, though. I drive a few towns over. It's a far drive. It's someone to talk to. Yeah. And I go to the gym afterwards. Maybe I'll get like a bagel or something like that. All right. I guess I'm gonna hit the dusty trail. Any last questions before I go to the social worker? Yeah. I think that. So he says, "Have fun, man. Have fun. Have fun talking in therapy." I will. I will. Something he really is nagging. Well, he's not angry at me, but he's disappointed. He keeps mentioning to me the pros program. And I keep saying, "Oh, I'm going to do it," and it's been months now, and I haven't done the pros or actually the SOAR program, which is going to turn into the pros program. So he's going to ask about it today, and he's going to be like, "Did you call the SOAR program?" And I'm going to say, no. And that's going to be it's kind of uncomfortable now, but hopefully. All right, I got to get going because it's 9:30. The appointment's at 10:30, and it takes about 45 minutes to get there. So, some airline man says, "Work on your arms at the gym. Your arms are pathetic and puny. You got to bulk up your arms." Maybe I will, airline man. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll bulk up my pathetic and puny arms. All right, sorry, we got some people joining, but unfortunately, I have to literally go now. I can't stay and play with the inpatients. And I know we're like all of a sudden like the number is bulking up to 7 people. I mean everybody's joining, but I got to really go. So adios.